Oh, hiya. How are you doing? Good evening. Or should I say good night? It is 11:35, 25 minutes before midnight. Or maybe I should say good morning if you're in Australia. Is it morning in Australia? Uh, I ought to know. I ought to know a lot of stuff, but I don't. Even though I'm an old bloke. Um, I woke up this morning. Well, actually, I didn't really wake up. I didn't really wake up all day. I woke up tired. Um, Mia, the German Shepherd, had been out. I mean, she comes in and out all night long, and I worry about her being old. But when she hears a fox, she's off like a shot, chasing the fox. In fact, she's chased the fox today during the daylight hours twice. We've only got 4 hens left now. I think we started off with about 10 beginning of the summer. Fox has had the rest of them, and he comes back periodically. I think this fox that comes back was probably weaned on our chickens. I say our chickens because they belong to Trisha. She's my ex, but she keeps her hens here because she only lives. Well, her garden backs onto my property, so she has her hens here, and I get the occasional eggs, and I have to build the hen coops and stuff. Where was I? Why won't you light? You have lit. Thank you. Yeah, I was very, very tired because of the dog being dashing in and out all night. You might think, why don't you keep the dog in at night? Well, the thing is that this is her job. She protects us around here. Um, she's got used to it. I think it would be quite cruel to keep her confined, especially if she can hear a fox. Because I mean, I'm in a field, really, basically. Fox, this is probably the fox's land. His ancestors have been here for thousands of years, probably. So, fox comes, takes the hen. Anyway, she's barking all night long, and every time she goes off on one, I'm just dozing off, and she goes, whoa, 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 and off she goes again, and that sort of jolts me out of my sleep. Plus, Trisha's dog was having a good old bark last night. About 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm talking about. She went on for about an hour. I couldn't understand her. I almost phoned Trish up and said, "Why don't you shut your dog?" Her little dog barked for an hour because it's one of these yappers. Whereas Mia, the German Shepherd, she'll bark to let me know that there's something amiss, but she doesn't go on and on and on barking. And that's why I woke up very, very tired. So I thought I'd have a day off, which sounds crazy because I've been retired for 10 years. Yeah, just over 10 years I've been retired. But being retired doesn't mean you don't do anything. I'm probably do more these days since I've been retired than when I was actually working. I say working, it's something I try to avoid a lot of my life. I'm always doing something, and today I didn't do anything. What did I do today? Let me just think. My intention was to get all the motorbike. I've got 3 motorbikes. My intention was to get them all out, give them all a bit of a see into, get them all started, make sure they're all okay. And none of that happened. What did I do? I did actually make it as far as the garage, and I looked at a bit of piping I've got to make a pannier for the bike, for the Himalayan. I just looked at it basically and thought, no, I will have a day off. And that's what I've done. Bugger all. Watch YouTube. Depress myself sometimes watching YouTube with all that misery that some people can inflict, can't they? This is wrong, that's wrong, don't do this, don't do that. And, life was a lot simpler before the invention of the internet, World Wide Web, before the invention of the bloody computer, to be honest, because all we knew was what we perhaps heard on telly or the radio or read in the paper. Of course, I've since learnt that you can't believe everything you hear or see on telly or read. I know that for a fact because I've been a writer myself. Well, I suppose I still am a bit of a writer. One embellishes stuff. One makes stuff up a little bit to make something more exciting. I did do a little bit of writing for the local newspapers, and I'd send off my copy, look at it in the paper, and find out that it'd been changed by the editor. So, don't believe everything you see or read or hear, even. Yeah, so I've done nothing. I watched a YouTube video about how to get more subscribers. It seems that you've got to have a niche. Is it a niche or a niche? I think niche sounds nicer. Niche, nicer. Um, I know I used to have a friend who lived in Nice. That was nice. Nice in France. Um, anyway, where was I? Oh yeah. So, and I thought, what is my niche? I don't have a niche. I talk about motorbikes and I talk about things and I do my art and smoke a pipe and I make things. But I don't have a niche. So, and apparently that will prevent your channel from growing. You've got to have a niche. I mean, I could have a niche riding my motorbike every day, but do you really want to see that every day? I don't think so. I mean, I just think my niche is my life, isn't it? This is just me, what I do, what I am. I won't like tonight because the atmosphere. I'm sure it's affected by the atmosphere. I don't smoke an awful lot these days. Just an occasional relaxation thing. Kind of like me and my malt whiskey. I don't hardly drink malt whiskey these days. Last week I had a few glasses and, well, maybe 1 or 2 glasses too many. Not on my own. My son-in-law came round and we had a few glasses and put the world to right. Oh, come on. I'm not using my Zippo lighter because quite frankly, I'm disappointed in it. Constantly having to refill it. But if you leave it for any time, it just sort of petrol evaporates. So go for that. Why not? Oh, I'll tell you what happened. I got my first payment from YouTube. You have to earn 60 quid before they'll pay it out. So I earned my 60 quid and I got a payment for £58 something. I don't know where the missing little bits went, but obviously YouTube keep that. But it was quite nice to see 58 quid out of seemingly nowhere in my bank account. That was for the first month of having adverts on. Thanks very much for looking at the adverts, by the way, if you do. Which is not bad. I thought, well, it's about nearly 15 quid a week, isn't it? I mean, it's not to be sneezed at, is it? Or sniffed at. Is it sneezed at or sniffed at? Well, the old mind's going, the old memory's going. Yeah, so, I make the little videos and now I get paid. And it doesn't matter what the videos are about. It seems they sort of kind of, the ad revenue from each video seems to even, it's 2 or 3 quid per video. Not a lot, is it? Well, I suppose it's a lot if you haven't got it. I mean, there's been times in my life when it would have been an absolute fortune. I've noticed the price of everything is going up in shops. I do my own shopping. I don't have a shopper. I don't have a wife. And I cook. I don't very often have ready meals. Occasionally I will, but most of the time I cook myself. I don't know. I cooked fish and chips, not chip, fish and chips. I had. Um, I cook my chips now. I've started using lard instead of oil. You get much better chips. Last night I had minted lamb chops with mixed vegetables and mashed potatoes. That was very nice. And an apple crumble that I made myself from the apple tree out there, the Bramley apple tree. I must admit, I did have it with cream and sugar because the Bramleys are a bit sharp. The cream's not very healthy, but once in a while, yeah, so about it really. I just thought I'd look in. I thought I'll look in. I'm doing nothing. I'll make a little video and just to see how it goes. But I've been the motorbike videos have been quite popular. I mean, by my standards, I'm not by the famous YouTuber standards, but if I get 500 or 600 views, sometimes it goes up to 1,000 or more on certain things. I just wish I knew what the secret was. Oh, and while I'm talking about that, I'd just like to say thank you very much for subscribing. I had quite a few new subscribers lately. You might have noticed on my subscriber count thing. So that's very, very pleasing. And thank you for taking the time to leave a comment or just click like. That all helps to the YouTube algorithm. You've got to try and make titles that people are attracted to, but I do try, it's called clickbait, but I try to avoid that. I don't think that's very fair. make someone watch something that's not about uh, what the title says, which some people do. But of course, it doesn't pay, does it? Because if you do that, someone's going to click on it, find out you trick them, and they won't come back. So I don't do that. At least I hope I don't. I mean, I try to make the titles alluring. Women can be alluring, can't they? I don't think titles can be. I try to make the titles so that it's interesting. So someone might, oh, I wonder what that's about. I don't know what the title of this little video will be about. We'll say. I have to think of something to make people click on it. Anyway, it's been 15 minutes and 50 seconds. I've been chatting away here. I still haven't mended this chair. Still sounds like I'm. Oh, that reminds me. I don't know if I told you. When I went camping the other day, before I went, I downloaded an app on my phone of, no, of fart noises. I know it's very childish, but I couldn't help laughing at it. I kept on playing these noises. Funny, isn't it? Eh? Well, I think it is. Yeah, anyway, I'll let you go on. I think I might watch a film. I might go to bed and watch a film on my phone. It's like being in the cinema. You're that close to it. It's like being next to a big screen. Anyway, thanks for looking in. Uh, yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll try and get my pipe to light as well. Take care, everyone. Thanks very much for looking in. Thanks ever so much for all your encouragement and your advice. I do try to act on it. I'll see you all again soon. Bye bye for now. Take care.